Creating a game can take anywhere from a few weeks to several years. Needless to say, it's a marathon and not a sprint. The first of many ways to maintain productivity over such a long time period is to pace yourself appropriately. This is easier said than done, but really, don't push yourself too hard to work on any given day. Crunch time is one thing, but don't let yourself accidentally crunch all the time. You'll accomplish more over the span of maybe a week, but pushing will very easily lead to burnout, which is one of the worst things that happen to a project, save the project lead getting hit on the head with a lead pipe 6 times. Everyone's pace is different, but remember that you're aiming for quality of hours spent and not quantity. Sheer quantity might work, but you could run into the aforementioned problem of burnout. Personally, I try to aim to work on Masochist for an absolute minimum of 2 hours a day, and ideally no more than 6, though I admittedly rarely hit that limit. Another thing which I find somewhat motivating is to keep an hour count. For me, using Godot on Steam, this is easy since Steam automatically keeps an hour count. In my experience, it reassures me that even if I'm doing absolutely fuck all in terms of value, at least I'm gaining some kind of experience with the engine and with my project. Something which I keep underestimating is to keep a healthy diet. I'll often go for days eating very little of value, living off of expired Asda brand ready meals or lemon meringue pies, and I'll feel absolutely awful. And then I'll eventually have a salad and feel absolutely amazing afterwards, and to just starve myself of vitamins for 3 days. Sugar is great, but everything should be taken in moderation. And this moderation, of course, does include caffeine. As someone who used to drink way too much coffee, and by extension way too much caffeine, try not to consume any more than 1,000 milligrams every day for several weeks. It actually ruined every month from around November to sometime in February before I got ill, couldn't drink any more coffee for a while, and compounded the withdrawal symptoms with the existing illness. Some signs of a caffeine addiction that's gone too far might be waking up with a headache every day. For me, this was by far the worst one. I literally experienced withdrawal symptoms in the time period it would take me to sleep and wake up. Of course, by this point the caffeine did relatively little to actually wake me up, but rather to maintain my baseline awakeness. To give a constructive tip, get your hands on some coffee-making device like a French press rather than instant coffee. In my experience, I'm way too lazy to take 15 minutes to prepare coffee and then clean out the device more than 3 times a day, so my coffee consumption ends up self-limiting. Also, as a bonus, you get to drink legitimately really good coffee, so yeah, that's pretty good. If you don't want to cut your caffeine addiction, you can always transition onto a harder drug like cocaine, methamphetamine, or Ritalin. This will give you some of the same effects of caffeine with a little extra, while allowing you to make a clean transition off of caffeine with minimal withdrawal symptoms. Of course, you then have to get yourself off coke, but hey, there are professionals that'll help you with that. One more thing that's important is to hold down a sleep cycle. I'm the first to admit that I'm pretty terrible at this, but it helps to make sure that you get enough sleep in some form. Being sleep-deprived can seriously impair creativity as well as problem-solving skills, which are basically the 2 biggest pieces of the puzzle. In the same vein, consider setting some hour boundaries when you should be working. This doesn't work for everyone, and it definitely doesn't work for me, but it can help some people, so I thought I'd mention it. If you're the kind of person who that would benefit, I guess try it out. In any case, stay tuned for more videos on whatever creative or game dev related topic I come up with next, or maybe even devlog number 10 on Masochist. Thanks for watching.